Hey guys, how's it going? We're going to do a Q&A answer video. A couple days ago, I posted a call for questions for question and answer video. I thought this would be a great way to sort of start off the new year. It's the first full moon of the new year. I think it's full moon tonight, which means the energy's like, whoa, which is the perfect time to be like, bleh. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to, bleh. That'd be funny if I answered every question. Bleh. I'll try not to do that. We're going to start with YouTube. I also have questions on Instagram. I'm going to sort these by top comments, and let's get started now. Laura F asks, and I'm also going to mess up all your names because this is a point where I'm like, I've seen some of you comment a lot, but I've never said your names out loud, so I'll always end up saying them wrong, especially if it's a screen name. Laura F, hopefully I got right and it's not like Laroff. But hey, if it is, thank you for your comment, Laroff. Would you? Now I'm all like nervous. What if it's Laroff and I'm making fun of her? No, I'm kidding. Maybe. Laura F asks, would love to know your thoughts on these celebrities, coming out with skincare lines. For example, Jennifer Lopez with claims of no cosmetic procedures, etc. Thank y'all. It doesn't really bother me, I guess. Susan Lucci had, what was it? Youthful Essence? Was that right? The microdermabrasion where she gets out of the shower and she's like, look at me, I'm youthful, essency. That must have been was that in the 90s that she had that infomercial? So, I mean, it's been around for a while. Celebrities kind of slap their names to a product. I mean, you're not an expert in the field, so I would say if you're serious about skincare, then maybe you would go to someone who's not an expert in the field. I'm a big fan of just understand the ingredients and read the ingredients anyway. Most moisturizers are all pretty much the same. I don't personally see a need to spend a bunch of money on one. But hey, if you want to, and it makes you feel good, then that's awesome. Do it. Michelle Alston, can't think of any questions, but would like you to know that your content always makes me gleeful. Thank you. Danielle Freeman, tell me how beautiful I am and how I'm the best friend ever and how you couldn't live without me. You are beautiful. I wanted to quote The Help, but I couldn't remember it. The best friend ever, and I would find a way to go on. DJ, I can hear her on the other end going, you bitch. DJ/LM asks, advice on finding a good signature fragrance. I would love to start doing some fragrance videos. One of the things that I want to start with is talking about fragrances by category. If you like how something smells and you understand the category that might be in, then you can kind of find other things that are similar and then find something that perhaps is your signature. And also understand that body chemistry changes time of year. I hate to say it because I want to say that it's complete bullshit. I really do. But it is true. Stuff smells different on me throughout the year. And over time, sometimes things just end up not smelling that great, or they might be more interesting to me. Could be my nose is changing, could be my body's changing. We're all going through changes. Kay asks, what do you do when you're feeling creatively blocked to get ideas flowing again? Do you want me to answer that truthfully? Because that was your answer. Tenshiko asks, what's something that started because of quarantine, social distancing, social distancing that you hope doesn't go away when we all emerge from our caves? Well, I went back to school. I'm back in school now. What? And though the faces may have changed, the hassles are just the same. I did it right that time. Amanda Hoyt asks, I would love to know what you think of the clean beauty brands. Now, you said clean, which makes me think that I know how you feel. Too little, too late. That's how I would sum up my feelings on clean beauty. I am far more concerned about how much plastic a company is like shipping something in, wasteful packaging, Pat McGrath. Then I am concerned about whether or not something is like clean or not. I look at it and I think clean beauty, great. Yeah, you should have come up with that like 40 years ago. Alyssa, favorite food and favorite shows to binge watch. Have you repeated any? All the time. I like rewatch crap. Probably more than I should. The show that I have watched the most is most likely True Blood. That's the one that I think that I've watched like over and over and over again. Just got caught up on Discovery. I don't know. I watched the same kind of stuff all the time. Favorite food? I don't know. Thai food. I miss Thai food. Saucer Jess, second question, more difficult, which means you have a first question, which happens to be right below it. Let's read that one first. How are you doing today? I'm doing okay. Trying to keep my energy up. Trying to be jazzed. That actually kind of feels good to do that. Second question, more difficult. What is the answer to life, the universe, and everything? Yes? Yes. That there is no answer. That is the answer. Not yet another alias. I like that. Whatever you want to talk about is fine. I like watching you no matter what. A request, though, do a chartreuse emerald green eye makeup tutorial. Okay, now, if you look at my channel and you go to the playlists and you look at the Doris and Melba playlist, if it's still there, and I didn't take it down, I don't know. I can't promise y'all. I did a tutorial with Jay where we did our Doris and Melba makeup, and Melba always does a chartreuse eye. However, yeah, I would totally do another. That'd be fine. Because that was kind of just us goofing around, and I don't know that you can really see what's going on there. Now, is it Vivacia? Have we asked this? I've talked to you for the past, 400 years. Could be Vivica. No. I always say Vivacia. I love how creative you are. Could you talk about, well, thank you. Could you talk about what inspires you or what the last thing you made is art? Sing. You wrote it right. I'm reading it wrong. The song that I posted on the last video. What's it called? Surrender. I released deluxe 10-year anniversary deluxe edition of Benediction, my first album that came out 10 years ago. It has twice as many songs. It's got a bunch of extra stuff on there, and it's got 2 new songs, I believe. Yeah, 2 new songs that I recorded this year, and so it would have been those songs were the last thing. And what inspires me? Oh my gosh, my nose is itching really bad, but I don't want to put my finger in it because it's so rude. Ah, ah, ah. I wasn't looking for boogers. I was looking for foundation. I'm like, did I get makeup on that? Boogers don't bother me, I guess. No, that's not true. I always say people and relationships. Always people in relationships. That tends to be what inspires me. KNix33, perfume, updated perfume collection perhaps. Hope you're doing well. Thank you very much. I will be hopefully doing perfume videos. These are I was going to say, these are about ready to fall. Sarah Thomas, what some of your favorite movies? The kind you can watch over and over again and never get sick of. Too many. I love movies. I watch movies all the time, and I do have a tendency to, you're scrolling through looking for something to watch. I'll always end up just watching something I've already seen. The other night, I watched The Birdcage 2 times in a row because I couldn't sleep. I just rewatched Barbarella, just rewatched Mildred Pierce, both the HBO Todd Haynes remake from a few years back, and the old Joan Crawford film. Lots and lots of different ones. Action Megs, hey girl. No maths, thank you. Tell us how you've been. Hope you're keeping well. Oh, I don't know. You got a year, which was a horrible thought because my next thought was, sadly, yeah, because we all kind of had this year. You got a year to waste? Apparently so. Not great. Trying, but this is a complete facade. My happiness, no, it's not. This feels good, but there's a lot of down moments. It gets kind of rough. The Darling Debs, hey girl. I'm gonna start saying that now. Hi, what's your favorite makeup brand or brand that has the most products you like, and least favorite? Okay, so favorite is probably gonna be MAC, just because I have so much of their stuff. I know their stuff so well, and I really like a lot of their products. I really do. Least favorite brand, probably MAC, because they frustrate me. They make a lot of stuff that I don't like, and some of their formulas and reformulations irritate me. So there you go. I like that answer. Pat myself on the back. ARGL, how's school going? Thank you. I'm working on my doctorate myself, and boy, am I tired. That sounded like I just flew in from... Anyway. It's going all right. I'm really happy that yesterday I worked my butt off and I got all my math homework done for the week. And midterms are next week. So now there's no homework next week, which I feel nice about. Just review. So I just have to study. Past Carrington. Hey, gorgeous. Did you ever do anything new in your home with COVID times and how you use your space? Show us, ? Perhaps later I will. Just doing some stuff in the living room. So there's stuff sprawled out. But that would be the thing that I rearranged the most, I suppose, because we're not having anyone over at the house. So we pushed everything against the wall and used it as kind of a big open exercise space, which I actually like. Just Shields, no question. Have a great evening. Thank you. Rita Morel, tell me about your musical background. It comes from, my musical background comes from being housebound, anxiety, agoraphobia, all that kind of stuff. Bad. When I talk about if I mention that I have anxiety, it's not oh, something, like taking a test makes me anxious. It's more of a like a debilitating kind of I was stuck and couldn't go to the grocery store for years kind of a thing. And I wanted something to do. I just I it was getting worse, and I didn't want to not do anything with my life. So I thought I'm going to learn a language or an instrument. I picked piano. Kind of played as much as I could by ear. Had a friend teach me a bit about music, enough for me to kind of play around with some chords. Made some other friends online, wrote some music together, and kind of worked on stuff. I learned a lot that way. And then when I was able to get out of the house more, I took lessons in piano and guitar. And that is my background. Also, I went to school. I took online courses at Berkeley for audio production and post production. So I have like a whole fancy certificate, but yeah, whatever. Sarah Yvette, I'm thinking advice on how to not be scared to start a new venture. Also, how are you? I'm doing okay. Thank you very much. Um, ooh, no, no, be scared. Be scared, but be okay with it. There you go. Scared is normal. It's like if I say I have anxiety, I could sort of try and wait for the anxiety to go away. But even everybody has anxiety. It's a normal, healthy part of being a human being. It's there for a reason. It's how you relate to it that is kind of it makes the difference. So be scared, but let it be kind of what would you call it? Like a tailwind, something that kind of helps push you forward, helps like turn it into energy that motivates you. How do you do that? I'm not gonna tell you that because I don't know. But that would be my advice. That it's just let yourself be what you are, because it's okay that you're scared, but it's definitely can be very frightening. Julia, and I know that I probably oversimplified that. Julia, so what are you watching lately in the realm of TV? Film and TV. Well, I just finished Barbarella. Just watched whatever I just watched. We've been renting a couple things that are like we watched Wonder Woman when it like did its thing. TV. I just wrapped up Discovery. I have like a little hair on my lip. I've been doing so much homework. I've been doing so much homework that I haven't really been yeah. Mason Kane Thomas. Hey girl. Hey Dustin. It was so amazing to talk to you and be a part of the I'm Not the Blank music video. And thank you. And thank you for doing that. And thank you to everybody who was a part of that, because that was a lot of fun. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I will include a link in the description of this video. But I had people be in a music video with me, like virtually. It was a lot of fun to do. Love your illustration style. Do you still illustrate? Not a lot lately. Would you ever release your illustration for prints to buy? Do more videos like your illustrations with the Rejected? So I did these drawings called the Rejected. It was like probably the third video or so that I ever uploaded, maybe fourth. It's still on YouTube. Yes, I would like to. That's something that's on my to-do list for last year, but last year sucked, so I didn't do any of it. But yes, that is on my to-do list, and thank you. And thank you for your interest. Please join my mailing list that I don't have. Archie Pops. I should get on lots of stuff. My question is this. If you could only listen to one album for the rest of your life, what would it be? Thank you. Ooh. Maybe a soundtrack, because they're rather diverse. No, Stacy Q, Better Than Heaven. I still love that record. Miss Amelie Marie, I Never Tire of Surrender. That's the song that just came out. Thank you. Perfect music, beat, lyrics, yada, yada, yada. Sheer perfection. She wrote yada, yada, yada. I'm not being rude. What is the best place to visit in Washington State for those of us who crave the ocean? Where should hubby and I spend a week? Okay, fun fact about me, I don't really like the ocean. It's big and scary, and I always want to run back to the protection of trees. So, not a fan. There's a lot of really beautiful places in Washington, like the Olympic National Forest. There's some gorgeous spots in there. I would just drive up and down the coast and see something, and do the lighthouses, man. Check out the lighthouses. Make a time out of that. That would be a lot of fun. If you want to see the ocean, there's a lot of lighthouses around here. So yeah, do that. Up and down, up and down. Forks to whatever, Vancouverish. Vancouver's right before Portland, but it's a little inland. I don't know what's over there. I don't get out much. Steph Walford. Hey, girl. Loving your music, Dustin. Oh my God, how do you make such awesome tunes? What inspires you? Love to sing, but no idea how to build on it. Love to you and Jeff. Thank you very much. I love to sing, but have no idea if I'm any good at it. So there you go. Again, like people and relationships or something that's kind of on my mind. I usually do music first, then the lyrics kind of come later. It's really hard for me to decide I want to write a song about something and then write a song about that. That's incredibly difficult for me. I kind of intuit my way through life, I think, and music is probably no exception. Julie Miller, no questions, just here to say I love seeing your face. Thank you. Fairies make. Now, is it make or Mac? I always say make. Hey, girl. Also, which means you asked another question earlier. How large is your makeup collection these days? Do you do a lot of makeup? Modern Mercury? Do you still have? I do still have Modern Mercury. It's in a drawer right here. I still have Heat Wave from ages ago. I still have Heat Wave too. I haven't been buying makeup very much in a while, so my collection hasn't really grown. And in fact, I thinned out a lot over the summer, so it's probably shrunk. So yeah, I've been out of the loop and I haven't been buying anything. Christina Lacayo. Oh, I want to say that because it looks like a cool name. Hi, do you still collect and use Estee Lauder products? And what do you think of all these newfangled beauty experts on YouTube? I don't watch YouTube beauty people. I know that sounds incredibly stuck up when I say that, but it's just true. It is what it is. I don't really think that I fit in. And for a while, I tried to kind of figure out how to. I more kind of look at it and I think it was kind of fun to be a part of something, like for a minute. Like it was kind of cool. And I wasn't huge, I wasn't big. I kind of think I'd rather just be thankful for the time, and it was kind of cool, and I'll just keep on doing my thing because I enjoy it. Because for me, the motivation was always about connection. Yeah, just connecting to people. And yes, I do still use Estee Lauder products. No, I don't collect anything. I use a lot less than I used to because they discontinued a bunch. Sebastian Star 007 hello, okay, music. Hey, girl. How'd you get into it? Would you collab, start a band tour? And then you wrote a bunch of stuff about math that I read. And thank you for the advice because there was some good math tips there. How'd you get into it? I shared that one already. Would you collab or start a band or tour? I would love to collaborate with other musicians. I love songwriting with someone else. It's a lot of fun. I've never had there's something about me. This happens in school too. It's so rare that people talk to me, and it's always been that way. I kind of am sort of in the corner thinking I'm cool, but no one else really cares. Maybe I'm not very approachable. Maybe I'm quite shy. I don't know what to do. I often feel very inadequate, and I suppose that's a fear that keeps me from reaching out to people because I'm like, but I don't really know what I'm doing. I have fantasies of having a band and like rehearsing and everything, but I don't know. Miss Trellin KG, what was some advice that you wished your parents would have told you when you were younger to believe in yourself? L337 Kelly, if you could bring back one limited edition item from any makeup collection, what would it be and why? Oh, MAC Style Black, that mask, that heating mask thing. I know they have some volcanic ash thing, but I don't think they have the heating mask. It smelled like a tire fire. It was so gross, but it felt really good on the skin. I really liked it. Dark LA USA, Darkla USA 23. Do you like how I did that? Was that good? What's the most expensive makeup product you have ever purchased, and was it worth every penny? No, it probably wasn't. It was probably a Tom Ford thing, right? It would have been I know his bronzer's like $100. It was probably that. I still have that. I mean, I like the compact, but I don't ever use it because I don't want to scratch it. Emma Craig, how did you get into makeup in the first place? That was the Michael Jackson Thriller music video. The VHS had a behind the scenes making of. You got to see how the makeup was actually like applied and put on. And watching that made me kind of fascinated. I was like, whoa, that's cool. And then getting into fashion, I used to sew clothes for Barbie dolls when I was we're talking we're going back to probably elementary, middle school times. Because I was sewing by the time I was in middle school. When other kids in home ec were making t-shirts, I made a kimono. You can't read a lot of fashion magazines and not see ads for makeup and skincare. So you start to kind of get into it. So that's kind of what got me into it. Top Star XX. 3 questions. Oh my gosh. Favorite promotional for a makeup launch? We'll say Style Black again, because I loved that. Yeah. If you did buy from NARS, thank you for good memory. What would be your first purchase? Probably a foundation, because I'm always interested in people's foundations. Favorite drag look from a drag queen? I love Nina Flowers. I love the way that she looks. I think she's like gorgeous. So yes. Elin, hey girl. When you were little and grown-ups asked you what you wanted to be, what did you say? Always an artist. I wanted to be a comic book artist for a long time, and then as I got into middle school, high school, fashion designer. If you could meet anyone, I'm gonna need a drink of water. Living or dead, who would it be and why? How would you want to spend time with them? Oh, hard questions. Wouldn't it be awesome? Okay, your like oldest ancestor. That would be fun. Like someone who's like related to you, but like, I don't know, not maybe not oldest, but you know what I mean? Like someone, because you'd want to speak to them maybe. Not like a caveman. But yeah, and I would just want to like hang out, go to lunch, something like that. If not that, then me at 16 or 17, maybe 15. I've always wanted to go out with myself, that sounds funny, at like 16, 17 years old and just see, am I a dumbass or am I smarter? Did I lose something along the way that I don't have anymore? Accomplishment in your life that made you very proud? Doing the Metamorphosis music video was a lot of fun because it was my first like music video, like official music video, and I've always wanted to do that. And it was I was really proud of that. It was a lot of fun. And all of the Doris and Melba stuff that Jay and I do always makes me proud of. Getting too close to the camera. This is my focal point. Not here. What do you still want to accomplish? All of it. Favorite Seattle spot in lockdown? My den? I don't know. Oh, and that was Garant's the Kid. And then Blue Lily 40 asks, I was going to ask you what song was playing. Now you know. The superhero. I don't even know how many more we have to go. Why do people insist on sitting and talking to me in the morning? Because you're so damn likable. Fairies make. Here we go again. How is school going? Also, did you get the card that I sent you? No. Did you send me a card? When? Send me a message. Let me know. Was it Christmas? Did I? I don't think that we've been kind of quarantining the mail when it comes in. So it's possible that it got stuck somewhere and I just haven't seen it yet. And school's going over. It's overwhelming. I'm only taking 2 classes. I don't know how people do 3, but I really want to do 3. Sarah Backs. Hey girl. Happy birthday. What is your favorite? And I was thinking about you when I said moon. The moon is full. Blah! What is your favorite food, favorite TV? This is my friend Sarah, by the way. What is your favorite food, favorite TV show, favorite movie, favorite book, favorite flower, favorite fragrance, and favorite color? Oh my gosh. I said Thai food already. I've been eating a lot of pizza on lockdown. We'll go with that. True Blood. Swing Town, which nobody knows. Oh, I do love True Blood though. I really do. There's something about it that just sucks me out of my life and makes me like, I just enjoy those characters so much. Whatever I talked about movies earlier, what was I saying? Under the Cherry Moon, we'll say that. Favorite flower, I'm not much, sunflowers, duh. Fragrance, probably, so I was gonna say Shalimar, but Opus 10 by Amouage. Oh my God. Fuck. Favorite color, orange. I also sometimes say red, but it's the orange, red, yellow. It's more that family than the blue, green, purple. Okay, VJ, what was a pivotal moment in your life? Actually getting my appendix out, and I will tell you why as briefly as I can. I was having a lot of problems with my anxiety, agoraphobia. I'd been home for a long time. I was starting to try and get out more, but it was still really difficult. I was having a really hard time like getting out on the freeway. I could go to the grocery store, but it was like at 2 a.m. I wasn't going to places where there were a lot of people, and then I needed to have my appendix out, and I was like, it was not on my to-do list of things to do. Went to the hospital. I did the tests. My mom was there and she's like, it's just gas. And I'm like, I'm preparing for this is what it is. They say when they make you drink the barium, they're like, this might give you diarrhea. And after my third trip to the bathroom, I remember like swinging by the nurse's station and I just leaned over and I said, might. And no one thought I was funny. But it was like, I don't know, my fourth or fifth trip to the bathroom. And I knew that I was going to be going into surgery. And I was kind of keeping it together. I was okay. Jay was there too, and not in the bathroom with me, but I was sitting on the toilet, and I started to cry a little bit because I got scared. And then I was washing my hands, and then I realized that this entire time I've gone through all these tests. I've argued with this doctor because he didn't want to answer my questions. That's why I asked a question. He walked out of the room, and I'm like, wow, I'm not letting him cut me open. But he was very tired. I'm sure he's a lovely man. All of this, everything. I went through all of this and I'm facing this thing that I hadn't done before, this surgery thing. I'm scared out of my mind. And I'm realizing that the entire time that I've been here doing this, I hadn't had a single panic attack. And I remember, and this is a very cheesy Lifetime movie moment kind of thing to say, and I'm sorry. But I remember looking at myself in the mirror and I said, best day of your life. Because I knew that if I could do that, anything else was a piece of cake. And I said it like 3 times. That was a pretty pivotal moment. Sack Geek Girl. I don't have a question, but I'm glad to have your videos, especially your last one, and shared it online. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Miriam Imperial, what's your favorite SG1 episode? Yes, but the good question. Not that the others aren't. We're all wonderful in our own way, but you're my favorite. What advice would you give your younger self? Something about fear and being scared and believing in yourself and trust and not giving a shit and all of that kind of stuff that I still have to tell myself today. Favorite SG1 episode? Oh, okay. So and I can't believe that I remember the title of this, but there was upgrades where they got their little arm bracelets and they had that was my favorite hair that Carter had. And she only had it for that one episode. I also, I think it was called 200, the 200th episode, where it was like, they were like consultants for Wormhole Extreme. I love that episode. And there is a quote at the end that one of the characters from Wormhole Extreme, which is a spinoff of SG1 in the universe of Stargate, he says a quote from Isaac Asimov, and it brings me to tears because it's just really cool. I love that episode. And maybe that one. Probably that one. Oh, it's so good. And it's such a treat if you're a fan. Hallowed are the Ori. See you at prostration above the sun. Helen Park, what is your music creative process? I do music first, lyrics second. When I write lyrics first and music second, usually the song is a lot better, but it's so hard for me to do. So I tend to usually work by just playing something. I'll pluck something out and then I kind of get a groove going and then I start improvising lyrics on top of it and kind of see where it takes me. Sinisa Unicorn? Did I say that right? I said that wrong. My favorite scent and one I consider my signature is Nest White Sandalwood. There's something about how it lingers that makes it so incredible. Would love a breakdown of all the notes in it. Okay, so I don't know that one. I did see your comment though, and I looked this up because I was curious. I saw it when it came in because I don't have that fragrance. I believe it's discontinued. I hope I'm not breaking that news to you, but I did not see it on their website, so I could not see a breakdown of what was in it. I looked on Fragrantica, which is a great resource. Fragrantica, I believe I spelled that right. Fragrantica. Could you use it in a sentence, please? He walked Fragrantica down the street. It doesn't list the notes on the website, so I have no idea what's in it. Yeah, I'm sorry. That was my worst answer yet. Trixie Girlism. I like that. That was fun to say. Why aren't you a megastar? I don't know. Lauren Pearson, how are you? You doing okay? I'm doing okay right now. In general, meh. Anxiety's been bad. OCD's like, but school keeps me busy. There's been a lot going on. There's been a lot going on with COVID. There's been a lot going on with politics in the world. There's been a lot going on with me personally, and like personal, I guess, stuff. Like I don't. I'm making it sound all weird, and we're all uncomfortable. Thanks a lot. But Jeff as well. I haven't mentioned this here yet, and he was going to. He wrote something that I was going to read that I haven't yet. But since we're talking, I know that I had mentioned a few weeks ago that his dad was in the hospital with COVID and he passed, and his sister did like a week or two ago. So it's been there's been a lot going on around here. Suzanne, Ranger Mom. Sorry, I was taking a moment. Been here since Donna Shorts too. Somebody must have mentioned Donna. Oh, I'm right below you. How long have you been married now? 4 years? Don't ask me questions that are going to get me in trouble. How did you meet your husband? We met at the gym. How about a house tour sometime? I haven't seen it since we moved. Yes, well, I'll clean the house. And we'll do like a tour. You made me snort. And you mentioned the thing about anxiety and going into the city. If you're comfortable, would you talk about that? I have talked about it a little bit if you've been watching. But yes, I'm open to discussing things like this. I'm not shy about it. I try not to have. It's embarrassing. Sure, it's okay to be embarrassed. Let me say this: difference between embarrassment, guilt, and shame. Just as a side note, because I think they're very similar. Guilt, good. Guilt is a good thing. Guilt keeps us on our sort of moral compass. Guilt is like I made a joke and said something about somebody's weight, and then afterwards I'm like, fuck, that was a stupid thing to do. So then I go back and I apologize. That's guilt. Guilt is fine. Embarrassment is something that we all do, that we all go through, that you usually find funny later. So I try to laugh in the moment at it. Shame is the bad one. Shame is the thing that it's this belief that you are flawed and born wrong and a mistake. Shame's the one you want to get rid of. You diminish it by talking about it openly. Find people who you can trust and are worthy of your story and vulnerability and opening up and sharing things, and share that because it does help. But be mindful of guilt. Be mindful of embarrassment because they can lead to shame. They can trigger shame, and you really want to avoid that. That was a really weird side soapbox, but yes, in short, I don't mind talking about this stuff at all. My camera's gonna shut off, so I'm gonna turn this off and then turn it back on and see if I don't bump the camera too much. Are we back? What's taters, precious? Yvonne 140, love Surrender, been a follower since the Donna Shorts era. There was an LOL after that. And you know, when I filmed that, I thought to myself, the idea was I'm in my closet, I'm wearing like pajamas because nobody's going anywhere. I'm looking kind of more, I got my nerdy glasses on, and I'm just kind of hanging out playing music in my like closet, which is like my own little stage. And so I dressed like how I would, wearing like a t-shirt and sweatpants. And I knew I wasn't wearing underwear, but I didn't think you could tell so much. And then after I'm watching the video, I remember I sent a clip of it to Mandy, who's You Happy Beauty on YouTube. And I'm like, is this obscene? And she calls back and she's like, well, I watched it once and then I watched it another time just for me. So I'm assuming that's what the LOL is. I don't know, but it's something. But I was like, fuck it. It's 2020. I'm over it. I'm officially been a follower since the Donna Shorts era. So much has changed yet stayed the same. Tell us, I can't see, sorry. Tell us more about your characters. What inspired you to create them, and will you put out a full-length Doris and Melba movie? I've gotten bored with makeup and am deep into skincare. Please tell us your favorite products and if you do any facial exercise. I don't do any facial exercises. My skin sucks right now because I'm completely neglecting my routine, and I have been washing my face with bar soap because my OCD is out of control and I'm freaking out. So like my forehead feels a little bit like gravel right now. It's kind of, yeah, my skin is a hot mess. I'm kind of adopting a meh, fuck it kind of an attitude right now. Doris and Melba movie, yes. That is a dream. I would love that. I have talked about it with Jay. We have discussed it. I have told him before, I don't care if it takes a long time, because the thing about Doris and Melba is the older we get, I think the better the characters look. So that would, and I have ideas. We've talked about it. I know what I think that I would want to do. I have ideas for locations. It's part of why I'm actually taking screenwriting. I thought I'm finishing my associate's degree right now. And I thought, if I'm going to be taking electives, if they're going to make me take electives, I know that I'm wanting to go for like mental health and psychology, but I thought I should pepper this with some fun stuff, especially since it's been 20 plus years since I've been in school. And I thought take filmmaking classes. So I'm starting with screenwriting. I'd like to do some video production classes later on. So yeah. Darren Nolan, hey girl. What's best in life? You know, when you wrote this and I saw this, there was a word that popped into my head. And I really wanted to say it, but then I thought, no, you can't say that. But now reading it again, I want to say it again. But what's best in life? And I want to say, pussy. Maria asks, what are your favorite skincare products? How do you maintain your ageless beauty? Lighting. Thank you. I really appreciate it. It's probably mostly sunscreen. I've been wearing sunscreen, moisturizer stuff since I was like in middle school, and I started wearing foundation early. And I think that honestly, I think that it's going to help because it's going to have a layer of sun protection of some kind. So it's got to do a little bit. And I tend to not be someone who goes out and about in the sun a lot. And I think that that's probably a lot of it, quite honestly. Sid L. Because I tell you, it's not getting lots of rest and not being stressed. Do you think it's possible to do an eye look with outliner or mascara? You can't tell probably, but I'm actually wearing eyeshadow, a cream today. The RMS bronzer. Ooh, that's pretty. The RMS cream bronzer. Oh, I like it. If you're like skin tone like mine and cool toned too. Oh, it's lovely. And I have it on my lids and it's so pretty, but it's also here. Yes. Just a chunk of color, but no definition. Sure, why not? Absolutely. Especially you could get away with it if it's like neutral. But yeah, even just like a little wash of color. I've done that too, where I've done like some chartreuse, like right around here, like spot stuff. Totally. Are you watching Drag Race UK? Any thoughts on the queens? Yes, I love Drag Race UK. It's the best one. The queens are the best. I don't know. They tend to be nicer. And I can't remember who's on, because I'm watching it at the same time that I'm watching the American version, and that's too many drag queens for me to keep straight in my head, especially since the seasons have just started, so everybody's there, so it's really hard to remember who's who. Enchanted BB, how did you get so cool? Because you think I am? Suede0927, man, 2020 was a bitch. You nailed that one. Where's your favorite place to visit or travel to, and why? What do you enjoy there? I don't travel much. I do like the peninsula, like in Washington. I do like around like the Olympic National Forest, Port Townsend. Used to be being able to go to new places a few times a year, and since we can't, I am talking about travel and having FOMO instead. That's cute. I've never been a traveler, and we weren't growing up either. We weren't like a family that traveled a lot. We would go to Oregon, like 7 hours away max. Bittersweet coffee. Fuck it, take my money, Dustin. I'm buying this song. Thank you. And music. I'm adding music to my website, and if you like music, if you want to buy my music, you can get it on iTunes. You can stream it on Spotify. If you buy it from me, it's cheaper. and I get more money. So just a heads up, because it's me. I'm selling it myself. I'm not on iTunes. If you buy a song of mine on iTunes, I make less than a penny on each song that is sold. When you buy it from me, I make everything that's there pretty much. Junie Green, what is your favorite joke? Do we have time? Are you ready? There's this movie from the 70s called, it's something like If You Don't Stop It, You'll Go Blind. It's a collection of like reenactments of bad jokes. And one of the first ones in there is this woman sitting on a toilet, and she's screaming for her husband. She's completely naked, of course. Most of the women are naked in here, and it's not necessarily the most PC thing. But I do love this joke. She's completely naked. She's sitting on the toilet, and she's calling for her husband. And he comes in and he sees her, and he's like, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "I'm stuck to the toilet seat." And he says, "I told you, I just shellacked the toilet seat. I told you not to sit on it until it was dry, you idiot," or something. And he's yelling at her. She's like, "Well, I'm stuck. Do something. I can't get up." And he's like, "Well, fine. Just stay there, and I'll call the fire brigade." And so he gets out on the phone. He's like, "Hello, my wife's stuck on the toilet. Send help quick." And then it cuts to woo, woo, woo. And the firemen come in and they burst in the door. So he goes and he's like, "Honey, the firemen are here. They're going to get you off the toilet." And she's like, "Well, give me something to wear," because she's naked. And he's like looking for, he can't find anything. So he grabs a cowboy hat and throws it at her. And she just kind of puts it over her lap because she doesn't know what to do. And she's like this. And the firemen all come in and she's like naked and with the cowboy hat in her lap and trying to cover up her boobs. And the firemen are looking. And they're looking all around, and they investigate the toilet seat. And the husband's like, "Well, how's it look?" And one of the firemen, he's like, "Well, we can get your wife off the toilet, but the cowboy's a goner." I love that joke. Okay. It's not fun to tell jokes when no one else is laughing. Yenny Lopez, one day ago, favorite moment of 2021 so far. It's scary times still. So I don't know if I have a favorite moment yet. I think it's too early to call, and I don't want to jinx it. Elemento 6. If you were to create your own signature fragrance, what would it smell like? And what would you name it? People who are paying attention in class, raise your hands if you know what the answer is. What would the bottle look like, and what female celebrity would you have star in your commercial? It would be called Dustin. I've done a commercial for it already. It was an April Fool's joke. And that Donna Shorts, who you heard mentioned earlier in the questions, she narrated that. Dustin would smell, I don't know, probably more like Bronze Goddess than anything else, I would say. That sort of like a beachy kind of thing. And I don't know what the bottle would look like. And female celebrity, I don't think anybody. It would be someone unexpected, like Claire Danes. That would be good. That would be fun. Elia Faust. Hey girl, favorite snack. I wanted to say the answer that I gave Darren Nolan when he asked what's the best in life. I like cookies, man. I love baked things. I love breads and stuff. Oh, carbs. All the carbs, all the time. And I really, really try and be mindful of that and not eat much of it. Emily loves makeup. Did you grow up in Washington? Yes. Lisa V, are you still a fan of Estee Lauder? The fact that they're not releasing a bunch of new stuff all the time, I guess I'll give them a plus for that because nobody needs it. Heather Rossetti, what do you think some makeup trends will be in 2021? Ooh, good question. I have my opinions on what they'll be, but I'm curious what you think. Obviously, if we're wearing masks, it's going to be all about the eyes. I would say graphic liner for those who are adventurous. And I would say probably at this point, everybody's so tired. So like an easy cream shadow or like a one color thing. Forget the mascara. I'm sure people who like mascara, they're still going to be wearing it. But I would be like, make it simple. Make your life easy. Don't make it harder than it has to be. That's what I'd say. A little 70s. A little Jamie Summers. Yeah. Stacy 98761. So how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? What was it, 3? 1, 2, my mouth is too dry. 3, I can't roll my R. Stephanie G, I need I need water to do that. Raven rolls his R's. My tongue is a little tired from all the talking. 1, 2, 3. There you go. That's better. I have to do it in a little bit of a raven voice. Good evening, darklings. 6 feet back, surf. You may languish in my wake. Stephanie G, advice for a 25-year-old who doesn't know what to do with life. Sarah Thomas replied, advice for a 31-year-old who still doesn't know what to do with life. That's good. I love that. Advice for a 40-something-year-old who doesn't know what to do with their life. Oh, man. In your 20s, don't worry so much about getting it right. It's more about trying things and seeing what you like. And you probably already know this, but don't mix your liquors. Like, don't go out drinking like some sweet drink and then switch to like some sort of bitter thing or something. No. And no hard liquor and wine. Bad. Yeah, that's my advice. Pink hair, Sarah Bax. Thank you. Yes, it is. It is actually pink. It's hard to tell in this light, but it is pink. Squeegee Beckenheim. Is Eric your favorite person to shop with of Hitchcock Madrona? She's a lot of fun to shop with. Did you wear the outfits that you bought with her? Not this last year. I'm wearing pants today, but you're lucky. Tofu Puff, what are your favorite movies? I answered this already, and I didn't know. Red-haired ballerina, is there a way to contour a short upturned nose to make it look longer? Ridiculous amount of space between the nose and the lip and blah, blah, blah. That is called something. That is called the, what is that called? Philtrum? I'm trying to look it up. I think it's Philtrum. We'll forget about it. I mean, you can overdraw your lip. It's really hard to contour an upturned nose to like make it look. If that's you in your picture, you're gorgeous. So shut up. so stop worrying. I would, I think when I think about people who have like a large space here, well, there's Olsen, like Elizabeth Olsen. I think she has kind of this, right? Elizabeth, is that her name? Then there's I can't think of the actor's name. She was in Game of Thrones. She had the shaved head in the Hunger Games movies. I can never remember what they're called, so I always do this. It's my Katniss Everdeen. She's beautiful, and she has like Reba McEntire lips. Girl has no lips at all, and she's gorgeous. So advice, honestly, is instead of trying to cover up, I'm going to be such a dickhead. Instead of trying to cover up or fix the things that you don't like, emphasize the things that you do, and accept the things that you don't as just part of your face. You can get it fixed. I mean, you can actually get like a lip lift where they like lift it up and shorten the space there. It's not going to do anything for your nose, and let's see, you got that fixed too. But seriously, is that you? You're very pretty. Daniel Freeman, again with the questions. This is the last one here, then we're going to move to Instagram. Also, new Mac paint pots are out. Thoughts on the colors? Seems like a lot of old colors with new names to me. I did see some of them, and yes, I thought that too. I think there's kind of a green one, but I think I have a green one. I like paint pots. They're cool. They're awesome. They're better for you. I'm talking to Danielle. They're better for people with oily lids because they're so damn dry. On me, they're just so damn dry that they tend to be uncomfortable. But I do like them. And I love the container that they come in because it does that. I love that sound. And I know I'm not the only one. Okay, stopping, starting, moving to Instagram. All right, Instagram questions. Beauty with Rose Gold. What is your favorite Joan Collins product? The foundation. I'm wearing it right now. I love it. It's so good. Also, if you wore a MAC eyeshadow, what color would you be? And this is funny because Danielle from a minute ago said, I'm going to guess either the gray color he loves or Stars and Rockets. And yes, you're right. Both counts. My answer would be Silver Ring, Stars and Rockets. I would say Stars and Rockets. I would say Silver Ring, but Silver Ring's discontinued. So we'll go to Stars and Rockets. Lori Phillips Ceramics, if you could, and do you know, does anyone follow her? Instagram, Lori, Lori, Phillips, Phillips Ceramics. She does these amazing, really cool, like cups, like this, like ceramic work and other things, not just cups. But check her out. I don't have anything from her because her shit sells out so goddamn fast. Jay and I have both been trying to get our hands on something of hers for what he's been trying for like 2 years now, and it's just she sells out insanely fast. But her stuff is so cool. So check her out. If you could be the opening act for any band or artist, I like talking like this suddenly, who would it be? Survey says, let's say Pansy Division. Do you remember Pansy Division? I was really into like the kind of like punk queercore kind of thing in the 90s. And they still around, and I still love their songs. Loopy Frog, Nails. Did you ever get your Halloween card I sent? I don't know. I think it was quarantined, and then I'm not sure. Please don't hate me. What is your favorite instrument to play? My favorite instrument to play is guitar, because I think I look kind of like I like playing it, and it's fun. I'm actually playing the bass, the air bass right now, but it's fun to, it just looks cool. But I kind of suck at it. I'm much better at a piano. Horrors. I'm terrible at questions, but I'd love to know everything and anything you're willing to share. Clearly, I'm a huge help. Yes, you are. Thank you. Loopy Frog. Also, do you, like me, enjoy a good tongue scrape? I brush my tongue. Are you talking about when people do the scrapey thing? I've never actually done that. I brush it. I hope that doesn't make me like a dirty bitch. You're a stupid bitch. Polished Poison. Hey girl, what's your favorite thing about yourself? It's funny because this last year I decided, I got kind of a little ballsy, and I got angry about something. I don't remember what, but I decided that I was going to stop pretending that I am not the most intuitive person I have ever met in my life, and just embrace it. So maybe now that I say that, I'm going to be like a total dumbass, but, because you shouldn't brag. Maybe that's my favorite thing about myself. My self-deprecating, self-loathing humor. Aw. Loopy Kitty Star, looking good. Thank you. You Happy Beauty, what's the oldest piece of clothing in your closet? What's its story? Fuck, you're gonna make me go get it. Hang on. I can't not get it because it's just in the other room. So this is a jacket of mine when I was a little kid. This was hanging in my grandma's closet for years. And the joke was, this was obviously, I was however old this is when you have this coat. The joke was that every year my grandma would have me put that on because I was always like this skinny little gangly kid. And it was always just in the back closet in the guest room in her house. And it was my little green jacket that every year she would have me put it on, and we'd laugh to see if I could still fit in it. And I think probably up until like 11 or 12 I could put that on. So that's it. That's its story. And it's very old. Jeff asks, if you were a tree, where would you want to be planted and why? If you asked what tree would I'd like to be, I could recite the Denise Richards monologue or speech about the trees, with good Christian roots and branches to the handicapped children on a hot summer day. Drop dead gorgeous. On a hill overlooking other hills, like a nice vista of rolling fields. Something that looks vineyardy. That's what I'd say. Oh, and why? Because it's pretty. Polished Poison. Just another thought after watching Surrender for the first time. Not sure how that gem got by me. My side still hurt from laughing. That's probably what I was talking about. Question is, if you could hang out with one group of friends / fans / people, would it be your music people or beauty people, and why? I think they're the same. I don't think that there are people that watch me for music and not for beauty stuff. I think that there are people who watch me for beauty stuff and will also sit through the music, but I don't think anybody watches me for just music. I mean, I wouldn't mind it. I'm certainly not going to shoo them away. It's my favorite thing to do, I think. So, yeah. I'm waiting for this to reload. This, froze on me. Makeup I Live. Hello. Heart emoji. Please say heart emoji. Laughy face emoji. Laughy face emoji. Laughy face emoji. Talk to us a little bit or a lot about your favorite makeup artists. I love your makeup, your skills, and just want to know who are your makeup idols. One of my idols is Dustin Hunter. Thank you. Since you mentioned that, and we're not talking about professional, so I was never really a Kevin Aquan fan. And that's who I think a lot of people like look up to. Go to Instagram. Look at Dapperfish, Dapperfish. I have been saying for a few years now that if you ask me who my favorite makeup artist is, that is who it is. Look at the stuff that she does. It's amazing. I just love the texture and the looks, and it's minimalist, graphic, but also some of it's over the top, and it's just her style, her everything. It's just, yeah, she's a favorite. Otherwise, maybe that's a fun video for another day. Anita at home. I don't have a question, but I enjoy hearing you ramble about wood paneling for a bit. I love wood paneling, like the old. I'm getting very serious, like the old like 70s like dark wood paneling. I have looked for it for years to have for a background in videos. I found some scraps once, and it allowed me to kind of fudge a backdrop for videos. If you've been watching for a long time, some of you may remember that. But you can't find it anymore, like the old dark wood paneling. People just want to get rid of it. And when you call places looking for it, they talk to you like you're a lunatic. Sarah Kander. Is it Sarah Kander or Sarah Sander? I always say Sarah. Oh, maybe it's Sarah Sander. Do you ever get impatient? Yes. Leanne Hall, 3124. Hey, girl. That sounds really weird saying that. I know it's past the end of the year, but do we get, this is my cousin, do we get a shit list for 2020? Oh. Do we have the time and the energy? Oh, call me sometime. Lady Loop 94, favorite oud perfume. Do you like to cook, bake? If so, do you have favorite recipes you could share? Favorite foundation to wear under a mask? Favorite Seattle area activities? Shopping, definitely. Seattle for the shopping. Favorite foundation to wear under a mask? None. Do I like to cook and bake? I think I'm decent at it, but I hate to do it. Favorite oud perfume? You know, interestingly, I don't have many, and I do like it. But I actually, I don't know that I have any. No, that's not true. I have like a little roll-on thing, and I like them okay, and they're good because they kind of go usually in that family of like incensey sort of smells that I really like. I tend to just not buy them. I know that there's issues with how it's harvested and whether or not it's sustainable, and if they're like kind of poisoning trees, and then there's an ethical question there when it comes to oud, and it's very very popular, and it's in so many things. Um, yeah, I've always kind of I've been kind of on the fence about it, so I tend to just not bother. So I don't really have a favorite oud perfume. What's your favorite? And that's it. I think that's all the questions. Thanks so much for everyone who asked them. Thanks for sitting here and sitting through this. This took forever. I hope that you had a good time. My back is really hurting, and I just want to go lay down now. And my throat, I need to make some tea, and I have schoolwork to do. But I'm going to edit it first. Never give up. Never surrender. Okay, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you later, guys. Let me know if there's something you want to see. Please tell me. What's up? I'll talk to you soon. Bye.